Yes boys, cheers to another webinar. And in this webinar what we're going to do is talk about how to build lean muscle and how to go to a bit of a cadence phase. Sorry, I'm having a little laugh with my boy Joe behind the scenes. But no, in this webinar I'm going to talk about how to add muscle while staying lean, or also known as going to a gaining phase. I'm talking about how to structure your training for maximal muscle growth as well as nutrition as well. So you know exactly what to eat, what to train, all that good stuff. Leave it to me, man, don't worry. So I'm going to show you how I transformed over the last 4 years, and I'll teach you the exact process in regards to how I did it. As you can see, this guy here, appalling. But as you can see, I don't think I've done a bit too bad myself, but less about me, more about you. Let's go. Individualization, precipitation. So each client's program needs to be individualized to give the best results. So I will forever say this: everybody is different in terms of their body, in terms of what they react to. The training program is catered to them, but with my clients, every single training program is adapted, reviewed, and catered to them. So, for example, my training program may be a bit different to yours because my left pec was bigger than my right, so I had to kind of cater that training around that. And obviously, clients come to me and they have a lot of body issues, and what we do is adapt it and sort it out as well. But first thing you need to know before we even dive into that is everyone's different. Everyone reacts to nutrition differently, train differently. Just bear that in mind, okay? But first thing you need to know is, are you even in the position to go into a lean bulk? Where is your body fat percentage lying? Are you at 4 to 5%, 6, 7%, 8, 10%? Just look at yourself here, compare yourself, okay? What body fat percentage are you in? Because if you're at 16 to 19% body fat, or 20 to 24, you ain't going to be in a position to add lean muscle because you've got a lot of body fat, and when you are going to gaining phase, you're naturally going to add a significant amount of body fat on this. It's given. You might have a slight tad bit of body fat, and if you're here and you're in a position to grow, you're just going to get more body fat. So the best position to build on is around 11 to 12%. This is when clients do come to me. What we do is we go from recon phases, we go to dieting phases, get to around 11 to 12%, and then we're going to be in a position to grow. But what you need to understand, are you even in the position to grow? If your body fat is too high, you're just going to have that linger when you diet down and make it guys. As you can see in my shoot, I did have a bit of tad bit of body fat. So I'm currently going through a dieting phase and working through that again. It happened to me, and yeah, mate, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. But one of my star boys, Josh Golden, he went through the exact same process. So as you can see, he had a lot of body fat, got him to that 12-13%, and now he's in a position to grow. And look at his physique. Josh is one of my star boys in the program, man. And as you can see here, dieting phase, gaining phase, and dieting phase again. So I'm a lot about Josh a bit later, but I just want to show you this is what we can do if you were to diet down, add a bit of lean muscle on, and get rid of that body fat to start off with. So training variables. There's a couple of things you need to understand in terms of how do you actually build muscle tissue. Progressive overload, track your lifts. If you ain't tracking your bomber ass clut lifts, yeah, how do you know if you're making progress? It's as simple as that. Knowing lifts, knowing progressive overload is so important, because if it's a guessing game, how do you know if you're adding lean muscle mass on? Volume intensity, train too close towards failure. It's a skill, guys. Obviously, understanding volume as well. Intensity is very, very important. You need to understand how to train to a high intensity, and if you can't do that, then you won't build muscle. But you need to kind of pull it back and be like, are you even in the position to train towards failure, especially if you're new to gym? Training form, my god, I've seen people swing lifts from A to B and no training, no execution, and this is why they won't build muscle, because they don't understand how to contract the muscle groups eccentrically, concentrically. I'll dive into that a bit later. And full range of motion, challenge the muscle groups in all ranges. For example, your chest, you want to be make sure you're hitting in 3 different dimensions. That's being flat, incline, and cross. Okay, so bear that in mind. So you have to think about a training program. The training program has to suit your lifestyle. I can't stress that enough. So currently I'm in Thailand. I'm doing 2 full body sessions. The rest of it's Muay Thai. But what I'm trying to say is, to be in an optimal position to grow, you need to hit 2 muscle groups twice a week. Every muscle group needs to be trained twice a week. So, for example, this is why I'm against the push-pull leg split, the bro split. Because if you do push-pull legs 6 times a week, are you even training to a high intensity, or are you even training towards failure? So what I recommend you do is 2 free workouts a week. If you're starting off 3 full body workouts, You can do an upper lower, perfect 4-day split, hit 2 muscle groups twice a week. Push pull legs, upper lower, that's another one. Push pull legs, full body. Like what you want to do is 2 muscle groups twice a week and train with good intent. Okay, nothing to overcomplicate the process. You know what I'm saying? So, program considerations. You want to make sure you have your compound movements first. So what is compound movements? Compound movements is movements that require more than one muscle group. So that being like that squat, you've got your dips, you've got your pull-ups. That's going to require you to use more than one muscle group. So have that first, because then you can hit it with more intent. Rep ranges. Get strong across multiple rep ranges. Obviously, drop sets, all that stuff is very, very good for isometric isolation movements. Tempo. Like every single muscle group contracts differently. And when you get your head around the tempo, your gains will elevate. Like my tempo was shockingly shit before I had a coach. So ever since I understand how to contract every single muscle group eccentrically, that creates more muscular damage, which in turn builds more muscle. For example, chest contracts with a 3-second eccentric and a 2-second at the top. Every muscle group contracts differently. So, like for example, a lat pull down is a 4-second eccentric. How you can like won't go over the process, but tempo is very important. Rest periods. Deals. How long should I rest for? What I would say is rest so you can attack the set with a high intensity again. So whether that takes you longer to recover, then do it. Because if you're just going in, training hard, having 30 seconds to rest, and go in again, you ain't going to give your next set your absolute best, and that's what I would say in regards to that. So deals is training hacks. You have to kind of figure out what works best for you. Look at this guy, man. Look at him getting bowler doing it. But you have to schedule in when you are the strongest. So for some people it might be morning, some people it might be evening. For me it's midday. Music. Training with music allows you to take things to a whole new level. As you can see here, I went from having earphones to beats and made a massive difference. Caffeine. Jeez, man's got a little flat right here. Caffeine is proven to help physical and mental performance. A training partner, this will help someone to give you a push when you need it. Like training with someone is always better than training by yourself, because we say you push towards failure and you can't physically lift it because of that kind of potential. You can give someone a little nudge, be like, bro, you should give you a lift, bang, bosh, get extra reps done. You know what I'm saying? So Dills, how do you know if the lean bulk is going well? Let me tell you. The rate of gain is person dependent, but you want to see a rough scale again, 0.2 to 0.6 kilos a week. Okay, are you progressing in regards to your strength? This is why you have to track every single session. And if you're not making like actual progress in terms of your lifts, you know you're not adding muscle. Simple as that. Do you visually look good in pictures? Measurements, are you getting bigger? This is why at Core Fitness what we do is we look at your progress pictures, we look at your measurements and be like, alright, are you even making the progress? And remember, going in a lean bulk, you have to be patient. This is a long process, it takes time, which you'll be rewarded for, but just so you know, everything takes time. You can't just throw shit at the wall, seeing what sticks, and then you don't give it time, you have to give it time. So, my boy Shots, my boy Casper, man, completely transformed his physique even for 2 diet phases, and look how much muscle tissue he's had, man. It's crazy. Like some of the guys we have in the program, guys, girls, they've been through gaining phase, diet phase, lean bulk, and look how mint condition, like the mint condition is currently this game changer. So I'm just having a couple of sips on my flat white. Flat white's the best one. But separately, nutrition. That's a bit of a technical side, okay? So again, the nutrition program needs to be individualized to give the best result. A nutrition plan should suit your lifestyle. I can't stress this enough, man. You have to be eating foods you love to get to where you want to be. You can't be eating shit you don't want because you won't eat it. Simple as. I would say tracking your food is very important, because what can be tracked can be measured. And if you're serious about transforming your physique, what can be tracked can be measured, okay? So, nutrition variables. As you know, to go into a lean bulk, to be in the calorie surplus, drink a minimum of 1 litre per 25 grams of body weight, adequate protein intake to support muscle synthesis, to allow your body to recover, the correct ratio of carbs and fats, we'll dive into a bit later, and understanding your baseline macros is very important in the gaining phase as well. So, Dills, what the blood clot do I do in terms of getting to where I want to be in terms of the lean bulk? So trial and error is the best to see whether you're on a deficit or surplus. Add 300 to 500 calories above maintenance calories, which I'll show you how to do that in a second, and hit your macros consistently. This is the main goal, and tracking progress is very, very important, okay? So, Dills, how the fuck do I go into a lean bulk? What calories do I on? Go into the web, you know what, let's do this together. Go to a website called TDEE Calculator and simply add this in. 25 years old, wow, I'm getting old. I'm currently weighing at 78 kilos. How tall I am? How tall I am, right? Not 6 foot, I'll tell you that for sure. Alright guys, you want to see some jokes, 5, 10 centimeters. I'm 177.8 centimeters. So I'm just going to say 178, guys, allow me. And currently I am bloody doing, I would say doing heavy exercise. Bang. So this is then going to give you your maintenance calories. So this is what it's going to take for you to maintain your physique. So now you're going to have to add additional 300 to 400 calories onto your maintenance calories to go into a surplus. Remember, for you to grow, for your physique to grow, you need to be in some sort of surplus. This may differ person to person, but this is how you figure that out. Back to the webinar. But yeah, like I said, the thing is, if you ain't seen a muscle weight gain, and then you know to increase your calories, which I'll discuss a bit later as well. So nutrition and the basics. Like calories is a unit of energy for food and drink. And nutrients, the body needs in large amounts except alcohol. You know what, guys? I'm so bad at reading and speaking at the same time, but bear with me. Protein, 4 calories per gram. Fats, 9 calories per gram. Carbs, 4 calories per gram. And alcohol, 7 calories per gram. So like this is why you see a bear man with beer belly than that, because they drink too much alcohol. But order of importance, you're probably wondering, no, supplements are the most important. No, shush. What's the most important thing is calories. And the macros, micronutrition, real mealtime improvements, and then supplements. So it literally goes from the basics to the top. So remember, basics first. Protein, you hear deals with protein, how much should I be eating, blah, blah, blah. Design a meal plan that's set up to adapt to and improve over time. You want to have consistent amounts of protein to allow your body to recover. I say 30 grams of each meal to allow muscle growth. Finding a minimum amount per gram, person dependent. I like to say a minimum of 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. Okay. Still, how much protein should I have each meal? The more frequent timings you have your protein, the better, because it's going to allow you to really regain some size. So this is someone else. I think this is John compared to like Nathan, for example. But as you can see here, like the more adequate amounts of protein he has throughout his diet, the more he's going to be in a position to grow. Simple as that. Carbohydrates around training. A lot of people think, oh no, carbs are bad for me. No, shush. It's about energy. Like, because yet again, if you're not having any carbs, especially in lean bulking phase, and you're trying to push your training, you're going to feel lethargic. You ain't going to be hitting your PBs, and if you're not hitting your PBs, you won't get your muscle fiber tears. If you ain't getting muscle fiber tears, you won't grow. So don't eat too close to your workouts, because yet again, you don't want to throw that up. Literally got Muay Thai in a second, so I need to scram something soon as well. Carbohydrates are able to fuel your performance, and it's best utilised around your workout. So you're training like in the evening, you have your carb heavy meals before you do train, and post workout to replenish glycogen stores. Okay. Carbohydrates and fats. So meeting a minimum requirement of fats generally should around 50 to 25% of total calories in the gaining phase. That's very, very important because, like I said, energy. For the remainder of calories and carbohydrates, okay? But let me take that back. That's the fats, okay? 15 to 25% because it's very important for hormonal balance. And when it comes to actual carbohydrates, you want to fill the rest of it, which is carbs. The role of carbohydrates is, pardon me, is to replenish glycogen stores and give you energy, okay? So, making these changes. An optimal rate of gain is 0.2 to 0.6 kilos a week, so that's when you know wow, this is actually working. If your body weight starts to increase significantly, then your calories are too high. This is why I'll be like, pull back. So this is what the leanness I look for, like, I lean bulk, right? But if you're adding shit ton of scale weight, then you know that you're just going to gain excess body fat and you're limitless, alright? Training, oh my god, that's terrible for me. Sorry, boys. Training, nutrition, and recovery will complement each other, and the three will determine progress. But understanding scale weight gain, tracking your progress through progress picture measurement is very, very important as well. So the key points, just to kind of sum things up: establish a calorie surplus of 300 to 500 calories above maintenance. Obviously, if you're not seeing changes, increase the calories. If you're seeing too many changes, you know what to do, bring it down. Work out your protein goal, then consider the protein feed-ins. Ensure calorie expenditure remains the same to be in a consistent calorie surplus. It's very, very important that you hit your macros, okay? Work up carbs to fat ratio and position the majority of carbs around your training window. Training, intensity, carbs, all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's the end of the lean bulk webinar. As you can see here, at Core Fitness, we've transformed about, 400 dance across the world, dieting phases, gaining phases, photo shoots, athletes, you name it, we do it. These are a couple of the boys that have transformed through Lean Bolt. So Jude, another photo shoot coming from him. Casper, one of my star boys. Matt, one of my star boys. Spike, what a guy. Luca, Josh, Kyle, Sard. And if you want to be a part of this elite team and you don't know where to start, just go to the link down below, book in a call, no obligation to get signed up, and we can have a little discovery call. And in this discovery call, we can sit down one-on-one. You can have a roadmap and be like, right, this is the calories I need to have. This is what I need to do to get to where I want to be. But guys, pleasure to do another webinar. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll catch you in a bit. Peace.